Okay, so here we go. The entire helmet's been coated with one layer of PVA glue now. As you can see, it goes on white, but I assure you it dries clear. So you'll know when it's ready to take another coat of PVA glue, because once the white glue is dried clear, and then it's ready for taking another layer of PVA glue. Trying to think. While I was doing this, I was thinking of other things. In America, if you're not sure about PVA glue or white glue, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think in America it's called Elmer's wood glue. I think Elmer's wood glue is the same thing. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not entirely sure about that. Like I say in the last video, quite a lot of people, well, a few people have asked me about the seam lines where they have had to be cut for the helmet. Because I'm not pro foam building editing, as per se, editing the foam files for use as one singular file, but as I told them, and I said on the last video, that for me it doesn't really matter too much, because I can always alter that laterwards, because I will be casting and moulding my Iron Man suit. As you can see over here, I've already started one piece. Let's testing out the casting on the forearm, just over there. So once I've casted that out of polyurethane resin, any little imperfections like these cuts and things, I can even use clay or Bondo car body filler to smooth these out. And then obviously once they're smoothed out, that's fine. What I think I might do, it depends on money, obviously, all comes down to money, is once it's all cast and moulded and casted, once I pull a polyurethane piece out of the suit, all these imperfections, I'll either clean them up with car body filler and wear it as is, or if I do have the money, which I'm hoping to do because it'll be a lot easier and for future pulls, what I'll be hoping to do is have the polyurethane piece, smooth it all over with car body filler or clay, and then mould and cast that polyurethane piece, and then pull a clean cast out of it. So then when the silicone mould that I will have, if I do pull future casts from that silicone mould, and then they will be clean casts. It's not like every time I pull a piece out, I'll have to clean it up. So if I pull another piece out, I'll have to clean it up, and then another piece out, I'll have to clean it up, and so on and so forth. But if I do that, I know it'll cost a lot of money, so I said depending on money, fingers crossed, that I'll be able to make the first polyurethane pieces, mold and cast and mold them, and then pull it again, but have a clean silicone mold to pull clean casts out in the future, so that every time I pull a mold, I don't have to play around for hours on end cleaning it up. But anyway, let's got off topic there. Back to this, the PVA glue. Like I say, the glue, I don't regularly wash the brushes in between layers, because all of the glue that's soaked into the brush won't dry in the same time that this will dry. Same goes for the glue in the cup, so just leave them as is, wait for this to dry, come back to it, give it another 3-4 coats maybe, and once it's all done, you'll have something like that. As you can see, the shine on that right there compared to regular film, gives it a nice smooth layer. So yeah, I'll finish the rest of this helmet off and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. I'll come back to update you on it. So there we are, this helmet's now at about 5 layers of PVA glue. And as you can tell straight off the bat, there's a heck of a difference. Not only in the shine to it, but in the texture. It's got a nice smooth finish with a partially solid-ish outer shell. You can look close up, you can definitely tell the difference, the smoothness compared to the original foam. So it's very nice to paint on. Now if you wanted to, you could just leave it as it is, give it a lick of paint, and just wear it as a complete foam suit like quite a lot of people do on the forums that I've seen online. But as I've said before, I will be casting my suit out of liquid plastic to make a full solid plastic suit, so that I won't have the foamness. Obviously it still flexes, I want mine to be a nice hard rigid suit. But like I say, if you wanted to, if you don't have the money or time, or you just want to keep it as foam, you can just paint this straight over and it'll give you a nice cheap suit. Now, I know I said before that I don't really mind about the lines and cuts and things and the little imperfections on this helmet, but the more I've been working on it, it kind of does bother me now. So I will be remaking this helmet. I will try on a couple of different files to see which gives me the best finish. So I will be redoing the helmet just so I can get it as best as I can before casting it. Because obviously the better the work is in preparation for casting, the less work you'll have to do when you eventually cast the suit. So the more work in preparation equals less work afterwards. Obviously if you leave it too messy and then cast it, what you pull out of the molds, it's going to give you a lot more to clean up. So every time you pull one out, you're going to have a lot to clean up every time. So obviously less cleanup means less time spent working on it. But yeah, if you actually want to keep it as this, but you want it to have a nice hard shell also, James over at xrobots.co.uk does a great video and written lesson on actually coating the foam in plastic to give it a nice plastic hard shell. So it is a foam suit, but it's a nice solid rigid plastic shell. So I recommend you check that out. I will be trying a few different techniques, so if anything does come from that, and then I will post a video up. But for the basics of making a foam suit, that's about all there is to it. Like I said, I will still be making videos about the whole casting of the suit. So there's still a lot more to come, and I'll keep you updated with my progress. And if I do remember or think of any tips or advice I can give to you, I'll post little videos up with tips on as well. But for now, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. So, until next time, thanks for watching.